Yo, it's your boy Hardy Caprio. You probably know me from the music that I make, but I can be a bit of a gamer as well. 5G tech has really changed the way I play. It means I can game with my friends even when I'm on the move, on tour, or when I'm working late nights in the studio. I used to love FIFA, I used to love Budokai 3, even like Sonic Heroes, all them sort of games. Escapism's so important, but on the other hand, I'm also really competitive. You know, I just love a challenge and I love beating people at their favorite game. It's so important to have a release and a break from work. You know, gaming definitely just helps keep me fresh and in a creative headspace for when I'm just trying to write something new. As a creator myself, I have a real respect for the work and art that goes into making a game.
Face death and defend our home.
I got this.
Who do you think you're talking to?
Hello and welcome to the 17th Annual British Academy Games Awards from London. I'm your host, Ella Sillywood, and yes, I defeated a robust selection of presenters in combat for the privilege. Since 2004, BAFTA has celebrated games as an art form in their own right. Not just for their capacity to engage and entertain, but to educate, to inspire, to bring communities together. In a year marred by separation, both literal and figurative, games and the developers behind them have proven themselves to be more essential than ever. In 2020, games connected us in a way that wouldn't have been possible a decade ago. We built reasonably priced houses and speculated on turnips in Animal Crossing. In Doom Eternal, we stood against the forces of hell, and in Hades, we fought alongside them. We tried to get good in Valorant and get the game to work in Cyberpunk 2077. Whether squadding up in multiplayer, sharing a controller on the couch, or just talking about our favourite titles online, games brought us together when we needed them most. Tonight, we honour those games, the people behind them, and the community they've inspired. For the second year in a row, we've been fortunate enough to hold these awards virtually. Of course, we're definitely looking forward to when we can again meet and celebrate in person. But until then, we invite you to take advantage of our digital platform and engage with us in the comments section. A legendarily civil forum for respectful, clear-headed and hyperbole-free conversation. And after tonight's ceremony, you can also join us at twitch.tv/Twitch Gaming for our after-party show, where we'll be chatting to some of the nominees for a more in-depth look into the games that made 2020 worthwhile. In advance of tonight's proceedings, we'd like to extend a heartfelt thank you to our partners, without whom this programme would not have been possible. To our friends at EE, Activision Blizzard, Electronic Arts, PlayStation, Sega, Tencent Games and Ubisoft, We remain immensely grateful for your continued commitment to gaming advancement and your support of the arts. We have an exceptional list of nominees this year, and we are so excited to reveal the winners, as well as the EE Game of the Year Award and this year's recipient of the BAFTA Fellowship. But before we start to celebrate these incredible games, let's take a short look at what it was like to be a developer in 2020 and the challenges they overcame on the road to release.
Back in March when this started, it came as a shock to everyone, across our teams, our development teams.
If you had asked us how long we'd be gone, there was guesses from a month, a few months, no one probably would have guessed a year.
And I remember that time with the leads, we sat in a hall and we were like, what are we going to do? The virus looks like it's really here.
It wasn't even being afraid of things. It was more like, we have to act responsibly. What's the responsible thing to do here?
In the space of 2 weeks, everybody had to change.
We were fortunate in that we'd worked from home for many years, so the big kind of life-changing stuff of working from home wasn't so much an issue, but of course there's a million ancillary things.
I had people on my team that were literally like an ironing board was their desk.
We had to do things like send people's equipment home, and that's a bigger task than you realize.
How are we going to be able to shoot with our actors? And we came up with tricks on the set, like separating actors with a plastic wall to make sure they could still be in close proximity without risking each other's health.
And just a general kind of mental health challenge of, everyone's in a dark world all of a sudden, and that's something we kind of had to work through with everyone.
We made available a counselor. We just wanted to make sure that if people felt that they needed to reach out, that they could reach out.
We also created a lot of space for socialization. So we had morning coffee Zoom and yoga lessons twice a week and game evenings.
When everyone's kids are at home, often there's a significant other. Kids would run in and kiss their parents and tell them that they loved them. And it warmed us. Like, we needed those human moments, and we kind of celebrated and normalized those being okay.
I think games have definitely filled a gap in people's schedules more for a lot of people who maybe never touched them before or haven't touched them for years.
There is that sense of community there that has kind of strengthened and brought people out of what has been a dark time.
That understanding of the social power of gaming has really, reached a broader audience. And I think that's benefits us all in the long term.
A lot more people have been invited into the gaming community.
We have been able to find a way of forming a strong community within each other and working with each other to build something great.
It's allowed for a greater talent pool to be able to access game development, whether that's because of their physical location, working hours in a studio, or physical accessibility.
A lot of parents now recognize the more positive role and the positive elements that gaming plays in their children's lives.
We all had an opportunity to do a bit more introspection and to think about our place in culture and our impact and how we can be part of positive change.
We gave away over 3 million copies of Monument Valley 2 to people stuck at home, and we've helped plant over 500,000 trees as part of our Alba tree planting campaign.
The game industry, granted, we're not saving lives, we're not making vaccines, and those people are obviously the true heroes of this entire thing. It's nice to know that the industry played a part in making people happy and helping them connect with their family and friends. And what an honor to be a part of something like that.
Now, tonight we're coming to you live, but after last year's brilliant acceptance videos, some of the awards this evening will be presented live, while others have been pre-recorded. And taking advantage of this virtual ceremony, we're excited to have our friends from the worlds of film, television and games along to help. So, here to present our first award for game design is the BAFTA Fellow and industry legend behind Metal Gear and Death Stranding. It is our privilege to welcome Mr. Hideo Kojima.
はい、皆さんこんにちは、小島秀夫です。現在のゲームは高度な芸術作品と言えると思います。映画や音楽、演劇や小説などの芸術をベースにした作品です。それだけではなく、物理学や数学、生物学、建築学、心理学、社会学などのあらゆる科学と最先端のテクノロジーが絡み合っています。つまりバレエのような総合芸術なのです。ゲームを作ることは人間や社会や世界を知ること、そして己自身を知ることにもつながります。人間が未来を夢見る生物である以上、ゲームデザインは未来に向かって成長し続ける永遠の職種だと僕は思います。それではゲームデザインのノミネート作品を紹介いたします。
Animal Crossing New Horizons. Astro's Playroom. Ghost of Tsushima. Hades. Half-Life Alyx. The Last of Us Part 2.
BAFTA ゲームデザインはヘイディーズです。おめでとうございます。
I'm Amir Rao. I'm the studio director for Supergiant Games, and I'm one of the designers who worked on Hades alongside Gavin, Greg, Alice, and Ed. We want to thank the BAFTA judges for this award. We want to thank our team for all their support. We want to thank all the designers in the roguelike genre who helped pave the way for Hades, and also to all of our fans and players in early access who gave us feedback to help Hades become what it is today. Thank you so much.
It's often claimed that there are no new ideas in entertainment. And while there's no denying we love a reboot, our nominees for this next category prove otherwise. Here to present the award for original property is the host of the hit podcast How to Kill an Hour, Marcus Bronzy.
Whether we were madly careening across candy floss-inspired courses as sentient beings or ravenously consuming scientists as an eldritch mass of bloody tentacles, our next nominees showed an incredible capacity to imagine and execute new ideas. The nominees for original property are
Carrion. Fall Guys. Ghost of Tsushima. Hades. Kentucky Route Zero TV Edition. Spiritfarer.
And the BAFTA for original property goes to Kentucky Route Zero TV Edition.
Hi, I'm Jake Elliott, and I'm here representing myself and also Tomas Kamenci and Ben Babbitt, the other two guys from Cardboard Computer. And we just want to say thanks so much. It really means a lot to us, this recognition.
Thank you so much for considering us for this incredible honor. It means a lot for this work to be given such a warm welcome.
I want to say thanks to everybody who, played Act 1 in 2013 or whatever, and had the vision to say, like, it was a little slow, but maybe it'll get interesting later, or whatever it took, for you to stick with the game for this whole time. It's really made a difference.
And thanks to everybody at Annapurna Interactive for helping us cross the finish line, and to all of our families for the tireless support. Thanks so much.
As motion capture technology advances, video games have become an ambitious platform for a host of extraordinary actors. Not only have these next nominees shown us incredible human performances, but they've done so for hours-long branching narratives, all while staying true to the characters they portray. Our first live presented award is for Performer in a Supporting Role. And here to present it, someone you may know as an actor in Netflix's Sex Education, or alternatively, as the latest esports recruit from Team Liquid. Please welcome Asa Butterfield.
Acting is reacting, and that can be difficult when your scene partner is a tennis ball on the end of a stick. But these actors still manage to ground their performances in humanity nonetheless. And so, the nominees for Performer in a Supporting Role are
Carla Tassera.
Slow, deep breaths. Your cortisol and adrenaline spiked, but the soft activated your hormone blockers. Nothing happened. You're alive and well.
Jeffrey Pierce.
Forget about her. You sitting all comfy way out here?
Hey.
I'll make her pay.
Tommy.
That's what you said when we got back to Jackson.
Tommy.
Logan Cunningham.
Who do you think you're talking to? Nobody gets out of my domain, whether alive or dead.
Patrick Gallagher.
Do you know how I prepared for today? I learned which villages to tame and which to burn. So I'll ask you once again, Samurai. Do you surrender?
Shannon Woodward.
To sit here and wait for you for God knows how long, just thinking you're dead the entire time?
I don't plan on dying.
Yeah, well, neither did Jesse.
Troy Baker.
If somehow the Lord gave me a second chance at that moment, I would do it all over again.
And the winner is Logan Cunningham as Hades, Achilles, Poseidon, Asterius, Charon, and the storyteller in Hades.
Oh my God. Wow. Thank you, BAFTA. Thank you for having this category. Thank you for having an acting category for games for so many years. It's unique and it's important and it's awesome. Thank you, and I want to congratulate my fellow nominees. I want to share this with the entire cast of Hades, which are a wonderful cast of over a dozen actors, which includes actually my old high school improv teacher, Peter Kenevesi, who's Zeus in Chaos, Mr. C, if you're watching. Congratulations. Supergiant Games, Greg Kasavin, our creative director and writer, thank you for writing this game and all these fantastic characters I was able to play, and for all the worlds in all the games that we've done. Amir Rao, thank you for giving me the job over 10 years ago. Darren Korb, our fantastic audio director and voice director. I was able to, I'm happy we were able to sort of dust you off and make you act again as Zagreus. Fantastic work. Thank you. And Amir and Darren, thank you both for your friendship. To everyone who's played Hades and turned it into the phenomenon that it is, we are completely in your debt, and without you, we would have nothing else to do. So thank you very much for that. This is a huge honor. This is huge for me. From my father. Thank you.
Our next nominees may not all have been released in 2020, but they're here because they have continued to provide engaging, exciting content and features that bring definitive meaning to the idea of games as a service. Presenting the award for Evolving Game, please welcome renowned esports presenter Frankie Ward.
While many of us love to explore every intimate detail of a title through multiple playthroughs, these next nominees have held our attention through consistent updates to their games that manage to engage, delight, and tell a story. The nominees for Evolving Game are
Destiny 2 Beyond Light, Dreams, Fall Guys, Fortnite, No Man's Sky, Sea of Thieves,
and the BAFTA goes to Sea of Thieves.
Hey everyone, bit weird to be recording this video not knowing if we've won or lost. If we have won, amazing. If we haven't, not so amazing, but you won't be seeing this video anyway. But is that like a bear accepting a BAFTA in the woods, or is it a tree falling in the woods? I don't know. But anyway, thanks so much for this, and it's a privilege to be here representing our team who've done an incredible job working on the game, evolving it over the last year during these unprecedented times, and it's been great to work on something our players can escape and socialise in. I think it's been really special. Thank you so much. Just amazing, and congratulations to our team. And I'll just pretend to hold a virtual award. I'm sure we can cop that in. Oh, isn't it nice?
Tonight wouldn't be possible without our partner EE, the sponsor of our next category, the winner of which has been decided by you, the community. Here to present the EE Game of the Year is a beloved game streamer and presenter. Please welcome Leviathan.
Thanks to Everything Everywhere, we are honouring gaming excellence in a year defined by some things, some places. Here are the nominees for EE Game of the Year.
Animal Crossing New Horizons, Call of Duty Warzone, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, The Last of Us Part 2,
But not at any cost.
Valorant,
These nominees delivered outstanding titles during a very challenging year, and while we honour them all, we are humbled to present this award to the winner chosen by you, the gaming community. The EE Game of the Year award goes to The Last of Us Part 2.
Oh man, I don't know why I'm so nervous. Thanks to BAFTA for selecting us amongst such wonderful games that we adore and are inspired by. Congrats to everyone at Naughty Dog, everyone that worked on this game. We made a game that pushed us outside our comfort zone and finished it under very unusual, crazy circumstances. And yet every single one of you delivered in spades. Thank you to every fan that voted for us. Your support encourages us to keep taking risks and keep pushing ourselves outside of that comfort zone. So on behalf of everyone at Naughty Dog, everyone at Sony, everyone that worked on The Last of Us Part 2, a big hearty thank you. Thanks.
2020 was the year that launched 1,000 hobbies. And while some learned how to bake the perfect sourdough, channel their inner Bob Ross, or simply become one with a sofa, gamers shot off into space, sailed across oceans, and flew around the world. So, here are some of our favourite video game moments of 2020.
I think in 2020 we've seen more people who didn't previously think of themselves as gamers suddenly discover the benefits of this space.
2020 was the year that gaming
became to the world what it always has been, this social experience that connects people.
Straight away we were plunged into quarantine, and there was Animal Crossing, where you could go visit your friends and go visit their islands.
My wife and I were at a remote house, no internet, around a fire pit, glasses of wine. And when we were like, oh man, it'd be cool to be able to count down to the new year, what do we do? Our first thought and our only thought was Animal Crossing. I had my little character in a tuxedo, and with friends we had made, were there to count down with us and watch that together and turn and, you know, share a kiss at midnight.
You see people connecting over games and using them for good and using it to raise a lot of money for charity.
We saw so much resiliency, especially from independent developers, getting games out in conditions where, you know, you can't collaborate face to face.
I don't think I would be as chipper as I am now if I didn't have these groups of friends playing games with me.
The moment that really literally made me physically cry was the Black Girl Gamers Online Summit. That was so impactful to me and to the audience that was watching.
When Travis Scott and Fortnite put on the show Astronomical, a live show in Fortnite that the whole world could tune into, and over 12 million people did.
Realising that we were still able to have these massive tier 1 tournaments and they still felt epic.
Among Us turned out to be the social experiment that none of us thought we wanted, but definitely needed in our lives.
COVID kind of forced people to use games to connect, which is what gamers have been doing for years. Along with that came that chat about diversity in this space because so many more people were paying attention to it.
It was really kind of that unique cultural phenomenon that couldn't have happened at any other time.
Like other storytelling mediums, video games bring us experiences that move us. From the raw, creative potential of dreams to the somber, meditative moments of The Last of Us Part 2, 2020 brought us a wealth of games that made us think and made us feel. Here to present the award for Game Beyond Entertainment, please welcome renowned education advocate and mermaid expert, Sasha Coward.
The next category honours the games built around a player experience that focus not on getting the highest score or killing the most baddies, rather they encourage players to think critically, creatively, and immerse themselves in a fully realised world. The nominees for Game Beyond Entertainment are
Animal Crossing: New Horizons. Before I Forget.
Dylan? Are you here?
Dreams. Spiritfarer. Tell Me Why.
If someone buys it, they can do whatever they want with it.
You wouldn't care at all?
Would you?
The Last of Us Part 2.
Just a girl, not a threat. Oh, Ellie.
And the BAFTA goes to Animal Crossing: New Horizons.
Hello everyone, I'm Nicholas Wegnes, General Manager for Nintendo UK and Ireland, and I'm extremely happy to accept the award for Game Beyond Entertainment for Animal Crossing: New Horizon. Somehow communication was always an integral part of the idea the developers had for this franchise and this game in particular, and we're extremely happy to see and to have observed so many people using this game to stay in contact with their loved ones and communicate through their gaming experiences. We would like again to thank BAFTA for this award and are extremely proud to accept it. Thank you so much.
The power of games lies in their ability to immerse us, and sound design is a crucial part of that. The soundscape of a game builds a world and transports us there. Our next live presented award is for the team that enriched the gaming experience through masterful use of audio. Here to present our award for audio achievement is award-winning composer Ema Noon.
Games have always drawn praise for their achievements in their visuals, their ability to push a graphics card to its limit in order to build worlds that look even better than the real thing. However, ingenious sound design can take the player from this world and truly immerse them in a realm of pure fantasy where anything is possible. The nominees for audio achievement are
Astro's Playroom, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, Half-Life Alyx.
They're gonna find out what he knows, and then they're gonna kill him.
Marvel's Spider-Man, Miles Morales. The Last of Us, Part 2.
And the BAFTA goes to The Ghost of Tsushima.
Wow. Sorry, that was a surprise. Well, first off, thank you to the Academy. And I also really want to thank all of the other nominees because each one of them has been a huge inspiration for our team to really keep pushing ourselves and try to be better. And also definitely want to thank Nate Fox and Jason Cannell and Brian Fleming and Chris Zimmerman for just giving us this amazing property to work with. And of course, my audio team here at Sucker Punch, Josh Lord, Michelle Thomas, Michael Pitaniello, Ty Hastings, and our incredible partners at PlayStation. There's a lot to name, but I'll try to rattle them off real quick because I think they all deserve recognition for this. Adam Lidbetter, Mike Niederquell, Eric Blincesesos, Barb Bake, Rob Castro, Andres Herrera, our amazing audio QA team there, Morgan Fire McCulloch, Jarek Chapman, our music team, Andrew Baresh, Ted Coker, Nick Mastroianni, Adam Kalibjian, Sonia Coronado, Monty Mudd, Kyle Richards on dialogue, as well as Phil Kovacs, Jeremy Volat, Leilani Ramirez, Pete Scaturo, Keith Leary, Chuck Dowd, and Mark Sinasak, as well as our partners at Molinaire, and of course Shigeru Nobuyashi and Ilana Shikari for the music. It was all such a collaborative experience between all these people, and I'm just so proud of all of them, and thank you so much for this honor.
Animators exemplify the intersection of art and technology at the heart of games. Frame by frame, they painstakingly blend classic technique with innovative tech, quite literally bringing a game to life. Here to present our award for animation, please welcome gaming host and co-founder of Kinda Funny, Greg Miller.
If a picture is worth 1,000 words, then an animation is worth several novels. These next nominees have managed to take still assets and turn them into living, moving worlds and characters. For everyone who has had to deal with the foibles of Maya and ZBrush, this award belongs to you. Our nominees for animation are
Doom Eternal.
The only thing they fear is you.
Final Fantasy VII Remake. The Last of Us Part 2.
I'm not gonna do this again.
I want what you want.
Marvel's Spider-Man, Miles Morales. Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Spiritfarer.
And the BAFTA goes to The Last of Us Part 2.
It is such an honor to receive this award, and none of this would be possible without the hard work of so many people.
For our animation teams at Naughty Dog and BASG, who pour their heart in every single frame. And to our dedicated team of actors and athletes who gave us 100% in every take.
To our teams of artisans and engineers who give us characters to bring life to and the tools to mold them.
And most of all, to our loved ones who provide support and encouragement to us every step of the way.
Thank you.
This year, most of us saw our world shrink down to the same four walls. So it's no surprise that the variety and vibrancy of games has seemed more enticing than ever before. Artists define the visual identity of a game, crafting stunning worlds which embody the development team's collective vision. Here to present this award, please welcome BAFTA-nominated actor and founder of Silver Rain Games, Abubakar Salim.
There are those who may dismiss games themselves as inconsequential parlor entertainment, exercises in frivolity that pale in comparison to film, television, and theatre. Disposable chocolates to be consumed and discarded into the waste bin of forgotten novelties. To those Philistines, we say with conviction, nah. See, these games prove that not only can games hold their own as an art form, but they can reach equal, if not greater heights than the traditional media that precede them. Now, the nominees for artistic achievement are
Cyberpunk 2077.
Let's roll.
Dreams. Ghost of Tsushima. Hades. Half-Life Alyx.
I'm with you every step of the way.
You're gonna need a gun! Don't worry, it's unloaded. It's unloaded now!
The Last of Us Part 2.
It's pretty, right? Hey, you know what? I'm gonna teach you how to play guitar.
And the BAFTA goes to Hades.
Hi, my name is Jen Z, and I'm the art director at Supergiant Games. On behalf of the art team here at Supergiant, I want to thank the Academy for this remarkable distinction. To be nominated alone is such an honor. We are so humbled. A big thank you to my industry peers, fellow nominees, the artists that came before me, and of course the family, friends, and fans of Supergiant Games. Lastly, I would be remiss if I did not thank the ancient Greeks for their contributions to this project. Thank you again, everyone.
Video game technology has always been the envy of the arts world. And in the last few years, they've started trying it for themselves. The Royal Opera House used virtual reality to take audiences inside opera. The Royal Shakespeare Company used interactive technology to cast their Midsummer spell. And Star Wars used a game engine to create an entire universe for The Mandalorian. If you noticed it behind Baby Yoda, that is. Of course, we already knew that games are at the forefront of artistic, technical innovation. Every nominee in this category has conquered code to create transformative experiences that belie the mathematical mastery beneath. So, here to present the award for technical achievement, please welcome shoutcaster and esports presenter Alex Goldenboy Mendez.
From flight simulations to one-man vendettas against the forces of hell, from a road trip across a country ravaged by a fungal menace to, well, whatever's going on in Demon's Souls and then dying and then doing it over and over again. The awe-striking breadth of experience that these next games displayed speaks to their development team's unique and extraordinary capacity to execute a creative vision. The nominees for technical achievement are
Demon's Souls. Doom Eternal. Dreams. Microsoft Flight Simulator. Marvel Spider-Man, Miles Morales. The Last of Us, Part 2.
I'm guessing the military bombed this place. Why would they do that? They would sometimes destroy parts of the city that were lost to the infected.
And the BAFTA goes to Dreams.
Looks like we've lost sound there. Don't worry, if you tune in to the after party, we'll hopefully be able to get the Dreams team back there to have their moment. Now, from BAFTA initiatives like Breakthrough and Young Game Designers to year-round games event programming, networking, opportunities, competitions, outreach, and so much more. BAFTA commits itself to the support and development of new talent in games, as well as championing the craft of games design within the entertainment industries. With the BAFTA Games Awards, we intend not just to recognise great achievements, but to inspire them as well. It is our enduring mission to help create and support a more diverse, inclusive and equitable games industry, both in the immediate future and for years to come. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from these initiatives.
BAFTA as an institution has always been on the forefront of recognizing great accomplishments within the video game industry.
Everybody spent 4 years trying to make this game, so thank you.
Have a good night.
I mean, we're in quite a discombobulating time.
This really means a lot to us. Thank you so much for being curious.
Welcome to this very special BAFTA event.
Welcome to this very special masterclass.
The craft of games writing.
The craft of game art.
It seems like the wider world is realizing something that we gamers have known for a while. That games can help connect you with others on a deeper level.
Initiatives like YGD are so important. They help young people understand that games are a viable career path.
This is such an amazing stepping stone into the industry that I'd like to see myself working in.
Next for me would be to continue developing games and to create a game for next year's BAFTA competition.
Kudos to all the winners and nominees of the YGD Awards this year.
Huge congrats to this year's winners and nominees.
We are basking in your Golden Globe.
Be creative, be bold, be wonderful collaborators.
Fortunately, we are now able to hear from the winner of Technical Achievement, Dreams.
Hi. Technical problems in the Technical Achievement Award.
So on behalf of everyone at Media Molecule and our friends and colleagues at Sony, thank you so much. As with the other nominees for this award, we've spent so many hours doing exciting and challenging technical work that's sort of hiding in the shadows, with the goal to hide all of that work from the player. So we're so humbled to have this moment, to have the spotlight shine on us and celebrate that work. And most importantly, I want to thank the Dreams community who've come on this wild journey with us. I'm so excited to see where we go next. Again, thank you.
When you're stuck at home with your family for 12 months straight, every game becomes a family game. So we couldn't be more grateful for the developers working with our relatives in mind. And our next category celebrates the games that actually made us happy to spend time squashed in the same room. Our presenter for this award is a BAFTA-winning actress who's appeared in Game of Thrones, His Dark Materials, and will be portraying Ellie in the upcoming Last of Us HBO series. Please welcome Bella Ramsey.
Hi, I'm Bella and I'm honoured to be presenting this award. The titles that leave us vigorously sending baddies into the sweet hereafter can be great fun but aren't particularly suitable for family games now. Thankfully, these next games are as wholesome as they are fun to play and as easily shared with blood relatives as any tabletop classic. The nominees for family game are
Animal Crossing: New Horizons, Astro's Playroom, Dreams, Fall Guys, Minecraft Dungeons, Sackboy: A Big Adventure.
and the BAFTA goes to Sackboy: A Big Adventure.
Hi, I'm Joel Smith and I'm the art director of Sackboy: A Big Adventure. Wow, thank you BAFTA, this is fantastic. I'm so privileged to be accepting this award on behalf of the incredible team at Sumo Sheffield, who've worked tirelessly to create a brand new adventure for Sackboy. Family was at the forefront of our minds when creating this game, and especially in the last 8 months. So here's the Sumo family and all the other families who've enjoyed being part of Sackboy's new adventure. So thanks again.
You never get a second chance to make a first impression, something I'm keenly aware of tonight. And our nominees in this category wasted no time in introducing themselves to the game world in style. Here to present the award for debut game is the team behind the brilliant podcast Play, Watch, Listen. Alana Pierce, Troy Baker, Mike Bithell, and Austin Wintory.
Essentially, it's like Schrodinger.
I think
Schrodinger said
I'm not
that
sure that this
there's
is-
cats.
No.
There's some cats, and then
Schrodinger definitely said there were cats, though. That's fine. He did.
Do you think Schrodinger was a cat person?
Well,
do you think he
not
just
if you
had
put them
a
in a
cat?
box, right?
Anyway,
With a dark history.
we are Play, Watch, Listen, and we're presenting
Watch.
a BAFTA.
Oh, right.
Some
sorry.
developers merely knock at the door and others absolutely kick it down. Our next award belongs to the studio who made their first debut game while bringing their A game. The nominees for Best Debut Game are
Video package.
Airborne Kingdom, Call of the Sea, Carrion, Factorio, The Falconeer, Roki,
And the BAFTA goes to...
Carrion.
Hello, I'm Sebastian, and Carrion is our first game as an independent video game studio. So we are amazed to see all the response, and the release was amazing, and now it's got the Best Debut award, and it's incredible because it gives us confidence and boosts our self-esteem, so we are looking forward to new game design challenges. Thank you all, and stay safe.
Games are unique within the arts for their ability to communicate an experience across cultures and nationalities, a privilege that British game developers are well aware of. So we thank these next nominees for helping Britain garner a reputation for our world-renowned talent in game design and development. Here to present the award for Best Game for British Game, please welcome the founder of Black Girl Gamers, Jayanne Lopez.
Reluctant though we may be to lean into overt national pride, there is a time to celebrate the contributions of British creatives to the world of entertainment. This evening is one of those times. This time is limited to the next few minutes, so please set your watches accordingly. With that said, the next award is for 2020's British Game, and the nominees are
Dreams.
1, 2, 3.
Formula One 2020. Fall Guys. Roki. Sackboy: A Big Adventure. The Last Campfire.
Being still in motion.
And the BAFTA goes to Sackboy: A Big Adventure.
Wow, thank you so much. It's an honor to be able to accept this award on behalf of the team. There's a bunch of people that I'd like to thank. First of all, our fellow nominees. It's an outstanding selection of titles to be nominated alongside. But I'd particularly like to thank Media Molecule. If it wasn't for their original vision for like this wonderfully endearing character and his handcrafted world, our game simply wouldn't exist. I'd like to say a massive thank you to Pete Smith, Tom O'Connor, all the people at Sony XDev. You guys trusted us, you supported us, and we couldn't have hoped for a better development partner. On a personal note, I would really like to thank the team. It's been a privilege to work alongside such a talented and dedicated group of people. Shipping a game is never easy. Shipping a game in 2020 was its own unique challenge, and you rose to that challenge. Finally, I'd just like to thank the players for everyone who went out, got a copy of the game and joined Sackboy on his latest adventure. We really appreciate the support. Thank you ever so much.
When it comes to storytelling in games, music is an essential narrative element. Just think of the utter unbridled panic when you hear unexpected boss music, or the way it feels when a score crescendos to celebrate your success. A game's soundtrack is inextricably linked to the emotional experience of the player and the memories they take from that world. Presenting the award for music, please welcome Hans Zimmer. Oh, sorry. Our producers are telling me that the presenter for music is actually the esteemed BAFTA-winning composer, Jessica Curry.
Mother, it's a telegram from Mr. Zimmer.
Sydney, feet off the piano, I've told you! Sod off! Oh, God, Hans again. Hans is busy. He was supposed to be presenting the Music BAFTA. He's asked me for a favour. He wants me to present the Music BAFTA. I couldn't obviously. Not dressed like this. Not with the studio in this state. Hans, we've been through some brilliant times together. I'll do this for you. As Tolstoy said, music is the shorthand of emotion. This has always been true in games. Music can inspire joy and playfulness, it can instill suspense and fear, and it can bring us to places revelatory. In some, music has and continues to be an essential component of great games. These nominees prove that that tradition hasn't changed. The nominees for music are
Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, The Last of Us Part 2. Marvel's Spider-Man, Miles Morales. Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Sackboy: A Big Adventure.
And the BAFTA goes to Marvel's Spider-Man, Miles Morales.
My name's Brian Horton, and it's an honor to accept this award on behalf of everyone at Insomniac Games, PlayStation, Marvel Games, and the many talented actors and developers who worked on Marvel's Spider-Man, Miles Morales. We strive to make a positive and lasting impact on people's lives, and Miles Morales lives up to these ideals when he fights to protect Harlem and the people he loves. Special thanks to our fans and our families who support us, and BAFTA for this incredible honor.
Our next recipient joins the ranks of industry legends like Shigeru Miyamoto, Tim Schafer, and Hideo Kojima. Since its inception, the Fellowship Award has been given to gaming luminaries who have made outstanding contributions to the medium. Visionary individuals who lead the industry forward and redefine what excellence in games can mean. To present the Fellowship, we are honoured to welcome a true advocate of independent, ambitious creators, the co-founder of Guerrilla Games, who headed development of Killzone and Horizon Zero Dawn. Please welcome the head of Sony Worldwide Studios, Herman Hulst.
The Fellowship is the highest accolade that BAFTA can bestow. It's presented to an individual with a substantial body of work in recognition of an outstanding and exceptional contribution to games. Siobhan Reddy receives this award in recognition of her pioneering work, advocating for diversity, inclusion, and a creative and collaborative culture. She believes that games are the artistic medium of our time, and the games industry should be a place for all. As Media Molecule's studio director, she has created a studio culture that has produced some of the British games industry's most beloved titles. And now it dreams the next generation of creators have all the tools they need to express themselves. It is my great honor to present the BAFTA Fellowship to Siobhan Reddy.
My name is Siobhan and I am the studio director here at Media Molecule, which means I look into this and try and predict the future.
Huge congratulations, Siobhan. You are an amazing inspirational leader. You've inspired a whole team of molecules to continue to push boundaries.
Siobhan, you're a force of nature, without whom I think Media Molecule would have lasted 15 minutes, but instead it's still going strong after 15 years.
Whenever I see anything Media Molecule related, my spirits are automatically lifted, and Siobhan's influence is all over that.
Oh, Siobhan Reddy,
What are you to me? A partner in crime who I annoy almost daily. But I know you know how much I really care. You are teaching me the value of not just sitting in the corner with headphones on and being so grumpy.
When I think about Siobhan, the thing that I think about is her heart and her accommodating spirit, and how every time I've been with her, not a single person that has come up to her and asked her for advice or said hello has she turned away. She's always given her full attention to them.
We love working with students and we love seeing what you guys are doing. You are massively inspiring.
It's hard for me to summarize my feelings about Siobhan because I think she's the person I admire most in all of the games industry. She has made such a positive contribution to the art form, and she's done so with creativity and integrity and good humor.
Ever since we met, I've been inspired by the love you have for connecting the wider game development community.
Her care for the human beings that make these games and her vision to empower them is one of her many, many incredible traits.
When I grow up, I want to be Siobhan Reddy. Siobhan leads and inspires some of the most creative people from all over the world, and she does it in a way that appears to be effortless.
There is nobody more deserving of this award than Siobhan. She sees the best in people. She makes you want to be that best version of yourself.
So congrats to you, this is overdue. I'm looking forward to seeing what other magic comes from you. Well done, Siobhan.
You've inspired a whole generation of game players and turned them into game makers. And for that, I think we will all be tremendously thankful.
I can imagine that Siobhan will be humble in receiving this award. She'll say it's about the team and not her. But I think at this moment, it really is about her. Congratulations.
What an inspiration. What a guiding light. What a fantastic person. And a great friend. No one deserves it more than you, Siobhan.
Congratulations, Siobhan, and lots of love.
I hope you're having a splendid evening and that we get to celebrate this award in person very soon.
I can't wait till we're outside of these boxes and can give each other a big old hug.
Congratulations, Siobhan, from a very wet and wild day in Sydney. We couldn't be more proud of you down here. Your games have brought so much joy to so many people, as do you, my friend.
I just want to thank Siobhan for everything she's done. We are so lucky to have you, and the world is a better place for you being here.
I cannot wait till you can make it back over to Australia and we can celebrate again over a coffee or an espresso martini.
Siobhan, congratulations on this very well-deserved recognition. Please keep on being a force of nature.
Congratulations on your BAFTA Fellowship, Siobhan.
Thank you, Siobhan. Thank you for all the support you've given us, and I miss you, mate. I can't wait for that next wine. On ya.
Siobhan, thank you for being such a great friend over these years, and congratulations on your BAFTA Fellowship, which is richly deserved not just because of the games you've made, but because of those ways that you've helped all of us, myself included, and lifted us up along the way.
Wow. It was a really amazing video. Thank you, everybody. I have so many people to thank. My career is a total team effort. Dave is totally right. And you know, it's currently still a work in progress. I have actually felt quite strange about accepting this award, and because my career has been filled with, you know, the highs and the lows and the mistakes and the successes, and described this once as this sort of feeling of like the glitter and doom that we feel on this roller coaster of games development. Tonight is definitely a lot of glitter, and I'm really so grateful. I first have to thank my family watching from Australia and South Africa. They're a brilliant bunch of people who've always provided inspiration. And in fact, my career actually started in my parents' shoe shop when I was 12. And that shop was more than a shoe shop, it was a little community. And I apply so much of what I learned there to Media Molecule and to my life. Alex, Mark, Kareem, Dave, Gemma, and Abby, working with you is the highlight of my career. And to the rest of Media Molecule, Thank you for everything. You are my inspiration. I couldn't imagine a nicer, more creative, more interesting, lovely group of people. We've had ups and we've had downs together, and we've weathered a few storms. I'm so proud of what we have achieved with Dreams, and I'm excited to see where we take things in the future. Dreams community, you bring me immense joy. I love your creativity, and you are why we do this. To Sony, especially to Scott and to Herman, I'm very excited about the adventure that we are on together. My boyfriend Barry, he has the most worn out ears and the biggest heart. He has loved me and mentored me constantly and made me spectacular lunches all throughout last year. Lots of love to the Meads as well. I love seeing people's creative take on life and the world. I love hearing, watching, playing, and looking at their works. Heading up a studio focused on giving people the powers to do that is totally my jam. Technology and creativity are for all of us. This industry is somewhere that should be attractive and open to all who have an interest. Being inclusive makes us better. Bringing a wider range of perspectives, backgrounds, emotions, and experiences to the table creates media that is more considerate, more varied, more interesting, and more powerful. As part of the media, we affect the collective cultural consciousness in the way that we include and represent society in our work. So the opportunity is missed when inclusion isn't a priority. Our medium is so powerful. Everyone out there, you are all so powerful. Let's keep learning and being thoughtful and considerate and making changes. This industry has changed a lot since I started in it. I have no nostalgia for the games industry of the past. I only have plans and hopes and excitement for the future. There are many doing great work, way more than me. And it makes me so happy as it shows how progressive we can be. We have a lot more work to do when it comes to fostering an industry that is inclusive and where all people can thrive. It can be overwhelming to know how to start to make a change, and so just take a baby step. We have to all start somewhere. And for me, my focus has been Media Molecule, and I love every second of it. I have benefited from a lot of privilege throughout my life, a lot more than others, my family, my home, working for women in the formative years and all of the help that I've had and encouragement that I've had along the way. It's really important for me to acknowledge that that is how I've got here. So with this fellowship, I can guarantee, or this fellowship, by the way, look at that, how cool is that? I can guarantee that this is not a full stop. I'm very much a work in progress, and I have more to live up to with this, and it is just the beginning of a new chapter. Thank you for the motivation, BAFTA, and to anyone out there who's interested in joining in our amazing industry, please come along for the ride. It's a wonderful, wonderful place where we get to put our dream, take the dreams from our head and put them out on the screen. Yeah, thank you. And thanks for that video. That was amazing. Thank you.
What a wonderful choice for the BAFTA Fellowship. Congratulations, Siobhan. Now, it's safe to say 2020 was quite the year. From being stuck at home to being stuck at home to that exciting moment when we realised we were once again stuck at home. So while tonight has been about looking back, let's take a moment to look ahead. What are you most looking forward to in 2021?
I think as a result of everything we've experienced in 2020 now going into 2021, the gaming audience is going to be a lot more widespread.
I think we'll just see different types of people. And I'm not just talking about ethnicity and nationality, I'm talking about ages as well.
This can be a community hub. This can be just you fostering adult relationships when you don't want to get on the phone.
We're going to continue seeing people coming together and enjoying spending time together with gaming as a companion.
For me, when you think about innovations in 2021, it's pushing the technology we already have further. I'm excited to see this race to figure out cloud streaming.
What's Nintendo got in the bag? There are so many rumors about a Switch Pro.
I do think that the future is very bright for virtual reality gaming.
There's a bunch of titles that I'm looking forward to being released.
For me, a big one is Elden Ring.
Love Back 4 Blood's beta. I'm so ready to have some nights with my friends.
The Mass Effect Legendary Edition.
Can't wait to play Deathloop. Please, can that, when is that being released? I need that in my life.
When I finally do get to go back to a live event, the first thing I'm going to do and the first thing I'm going to be excited to do is run up to that game.
It's just getting the map. I'm going to plan out my whole day.
Finding and meeting the people who ordinarily you wouldn't meet outside of them, and then bonding over the shared experiences.
Of course, the first thing I'm going to do is sanitize my hands. Afterwards, it's going to be hands-on, 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 hands-on.
Poking in every nook and cranny and seeing what's there. That's how you find cool little booths, cool little games that you don't necessarily have on your radar.
I just want to go find the people that I love in this industry and give them a hug and say, we got through this.
I welcome you with open arms. Come and join us and game.
Video games offer up the chance to live 1,000 different lives, to genuinely walk or sprint or crouch in someone else's shoes. And whether we're defeating Valkyries, playing an amnesiac detective, or romancing aliens, it's the narrative that captivates us and turns a story into an adventure. Presenting the award for narrative is a voice acting legend, an award-winning actress who can be heard in everything from Metroid Prime to Mass Effect. Please welcome Jennifer Hale.
Man, this night is making me fall in love with our industry just a million times deeper. What an honor to be here. All right, storytelling is one of the oldest traditions we have, a means by which we can understand an experience without living it. Games, like all media, give us a chance to experience a story in a new way. These next games transported us through powerful storytelling during a year when we needed it most. The nominees for narrative are
Assassin's Creed Valhalla,
The fight is mine. Short 3.
Cyberpunk 2077,
Take care of yourself.
Ghost of Tsushima.
I trained you to fight with honor. The Khan deserves to suffer.
Hades.
Stupid boy. I told you nobody gets out of here, whether alive or dead.
Kentucky Route Zero TV edition. Marvel's Spider-Man, Miles Morales.
Get them far away. I can't hold this in much longer.
And the BAFTA goes to Hades.
Hey, I'm Greg Kasavin, writer and creative director at Supergiant Games, and I am deeply honored to accept this award. Thank you so much to the Academy. With Hades, we wanted to bring to life some of our favorite gods, ghosts, and monsters from Greek myth in a new way, though we couldn't have guessed how much they would resonate with so many of you out there. I'm so grateful to Darren Korb, Gen Z, and Amir Rao at Supergiant for working with me so closely on portraying these characters, on getting them right, and to everyone at Supergiant, all our fans, and especially our families, for their undying support throughout development. Thank you.
This year, we felt more grateful than ever for the incredible, evocative performances in games. Not least because choosing dialogue options totally counts as a conversation. Acting in video games is a demanding discipline, calling for performers to use their voices and physicality in a way unlike any other medium. Here to present the award for Performer in a Leading Role is an actor you may know from The Haunting of Bly Manor, or from his work in Gears of War 5. Please welcome Rahul Kohli.
Acting is more than simply pretending to be a character. It's about embodying a role and breathing life into it, showing a character's vulnerability, their wants and needs, their strengths and weaknesses, and above all else, serving the story. A great actor can keep us from ever even seeing them at all. Rather, we get to witness a fully realized character, experiencing a reality foreign to our own, but with such truth and commitment, we, the audience, are able to empathize and relate with a journey that will stay with us for a lifetime. The nominees for performance in a leading role are
Ashley Johnson.
Tell me, what happened here? If you lie to me one more time, I'm gone.
Sharami Lee.
We had a leak. My boss called, dragged me in because we had to intervene. Everyone at Night City HQ is on edge.
Cody Christian.
You okay? Yeah. Made it through with just a couple of scraped knees back then. Back then? What do you say? We doing this?
Daisuke Suji.
Convince your people to join me, and I will give them peace. We will never serve you.
Laura Bailey.
And then I need you to show us to those boats. We don't let anybody stop us. Okay? Okay.
Naji Jeeta.
I promise to do everything in my power to protect this city. I promise.
And the BAFTA goes to Laura Bailey.
Oh no! Oh man! Oh, thank you, BAFTA. That feels really surreal to say that. To all my fellow nominees, I love you guys. I am so grateful to be considered amongst all of you very talented humans. Troy Baker, you're a pillar in my life, and you will continue to be until we are covered in wrinkles and jaded. To Ashley, I see wings every time I look at you. You are a beautiful, talented angel. To the entire cast and the whole team at Naughty Dog, thank you for putting your heart and soul and commanding excellence for 5+ years. I wouldn't be making this speech if not for all the work that you guys put in. Neil Druckmann and Hallie Gross, thank you for being fearless in your storytelling, for writing a character who is unexpected and honest, and for allowing her to be vulnerable without precluding the fact that she could also be a powerhouse. To Travis and Ronan, you're in the other room. I'll come give you a hug in a second. To the fans, thank you to everyone who has been affected by this game, to everyone who loves these characters as deeply as we do. It was such an honor to play Abby, and it is such an honor to win this award. Thank you so much.
Our penultimate award tonight celebrates games that have answered the eternal call. When are we getting multiplayer? Whether you're inviting friends over to admire your stylish new home, or dragging a friend into slime as payback for stealing your crown, these nominees have innovated new and fun ways to bring us together, or drive us apart. Either way, we're happy to introduce our next presenter for multiplayer, named by New York Magazine as one of the most powerful drag queens in America. Please welcome Trixie Mattel.
The very nature of games indicates the participation of other people. Multiplayer games give us a chance to connect and compete. What is a game without multiplayer? The answer is very simple. It's single player. The nominees for multiplayer game are
Animal Crossing New Horizons, Deep Rock Galactic, Fall Guys, Ghost of Tsushima, Sackboy: A Big Adventure, Valorant,
And the BAFTA goes to Animal Crossing New Horizons.
Hello everyone watching from home. I'm Niklas Wegnes, General Manager for Nintendo UK and Ireland. And on behalf of the development team at Nintendo, I'm extremely happy to accept this award for Best Multiplayer. Animal Crossing New Horizons is a game that you can of course enjoy on your own, but is even more fun when you share the experience with friends, family members, when you visit each other's island, you show what you created, and somehow you enjoy socializing through this video game. We're extremely happy and thankful for this award, and of course to thank BAFTA for this.
Now, before we present our final award, we want to take a moment to acknowledge how the gaming community has come together in an incredibly challenging time. There's no denying that 2020 was a landmark year for games. We launched the next generation of ambitious new consoles and saw innovative titles set new standards in design. And of course, we've welcomed more players than ever before into our community and watched as the world of games worked its immersive, transformative magic on millions. But that isn't to say it hasn't been hard. Most of us have struggled through a year of separation, uncertainty, and loss. And as such a social and collaborative industry, creating games over video calls and messaging services has been an immensely tough ask. Every single game that launched this year was a triumph, a testament to the resilience of our field and the importance of our craft. This year has also been a reminder of how fortunate we are to be an industry and a community that transcends boundaries and fosters connection. Video games have always been open to all, a joyful invitation to adventure, no matter who or where you are. We've always known just how vital that sense of connection is, and gaming is built around it. No surprise then that our community has become a refuge for so many. However, with that reach comes responsibility. This year, the world has opened its eyes to the profound potential games offer, not just as escapism, but as a space to bring friends and family together, as educational tools that see students wander through ancient Greece or learn to code as they play, and as an art form that offers immersive, expansive experiences no other medium can match. And in this brave new world where members of Congress stream on Twitch and late-night talk shows take place in-game, each one of us is an ambassador for this industry. Each of us has a role to play in ensuring that the games industry builds on the inclusivity we've seen this year, whether that's welcoming new players, seeking out diverse voices, or accommodating different needs. So tonight, let's take a moment to recognize our incredible community and the year we've made it through. Whether you launched a game or simply finished playing one, tonight is a celebration of games and the power they have to unite us. And now, to present our final award, please welcome WWE superstar and new host of G4, Xavier Woods.
2020 was an incredible year for the art form that we call video games. These nominees fully embody the spirit of the gaming world by, in their own way, adding to this beautiful collage that we already know and love so much, and also by breaking new ground and redefining what entertainment really can be. The nominees for Best Game are
Animal Crossing New Horizons, Ghost of Tsushima,
We will face death and defend our home.
Hades, Half-Life Alyx,
Combine cheddar's really picking up. They know you're coming. You need to get out of here, now.
Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales, The Last of Us Part 2.
And the BAFTA goes to Hades.
On behalf of our whole team, thank you so much to the judges. We really appreciate this. Thank you to our partners at Epic, Nintendo, and Valve who helped us find an audience. And thank you to the audience itself who basically helped make Hades what it became in early access. We really appreciate you and for your support in allowing us to stay together to make games for a long time to come. Finally, we'd just like to thank all the other games nominated tonight and for their inspiration and for providing a refuge for us when we were finishing Hades. We really appreciate it. And personally, thank you, to all our families. I've been working with Gavin, Andrew, Greg, Darren, Logan, and Jen since the very beginning. That's the group of people who worked on Bastion and all 4 of these games together. We've added so many important voices since then, but it's just amazing to see your work be celebrated in this way tonight. I love you all so much. I love working with you. Thank you again to the judges for this. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Well, that's it. A huge congratulations to tonight's winners and to our nominees, whose efforts would have stood out as incredible in any normal year, making their achievements against the challenges of 2020 that much more laudable. Once again, we'd also like to thank our partners: EE, Activision Blizzard, Electronic Arts, PlayStation, Sega, Tencent Games, and Ubisoft. Most of all, however, we'd like to thank you for joining us here at the 17th Annual British Academy Games Awards. Coming up, please tune in to twitch.tv/Twitch Gaming for our after-party show, where we'll be chatting with the nominees and winners from tonight's ceremony. But for now, I'm Elle O'Silly-Wood, and it has been a pleasure to celebrate with you this evening. Before we let loose and head to the after party, we'll leave you with a few words from the chair of BAFTA, Krishnendu Majumdar.
I'm Krish Majumdar, chair of BAFTA, and thank you for joining us for this year's celebration of the very best in games. This evening we recognise the standout games of 2020, a year in which people have enjoyed playing games more than ever before. These are the ones that got us talking, that connected us with our families and friends, that reduced our anxieties about what's happening in the world. Perhaps they help change how we look at things, seeing the world from a different perspective. And of course, the games we love playing just for the sheer fun of it. These are the best as voted for by BAFTA members and juries. Thanks to all our loyal partners who continue to support BAFTA and our work with the next generation of talent. And thanks so much to Elle for hosting our awards tonight. It's been a difficult year for so many of us, but let's take a moment to celebrate our tenacious and resilient industry. And let's congratulate every one of our BAFTA nominees, the people who've pushed technology to its limits and expanded the artistic horizon of this thrilling medium. Join us now for a special after party hosted by Aoife Wilson and Julia Hardy. Details on the screen below. See you there.